Hi there, welcome to this 40-minute power yoga flow. Let's start off at the back of our mats in child's pose. Reaching your arms forward and allow your forehead to land on the mat. Slow down your breath, breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Coming onto your hands and knees position, and we'll do a couple of cat and cows. Rounding the spine, tucking in your chin, and then releasing the spine and looking up. Going at your own pace, whatever feels good in your body right now. Keep going. And let's tuck our toes, downward facing dog. Your hips go up. You're grounding your hands and feet. Feel free to bend your knees. Shoulders up and down your back. Let's walk our hands towards the back of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Grabbing your opposite elbows, and let's sway from side to side, folding at the hips. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. Let's slowly roll up to a standing position, reaching your arms up, hands to your heart center. Reach your arms up, breathe in, coming back down to the mat, breathe out. Halfway lift, straighten your spine, and let's walk our hands back to your downward dog position. Come into a plank. Hold, and let's lower to the mat. Upward facing dog, stretch your arms, and push back, downward facing dog. Let's settle into this position, breathing, and either hop or step to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Rolling up, reach your arms up, dive back down, forward fold. Halfway lift, come into your plank, high to low push-up chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Breathing in and exhaling. Let's come back into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Chair pose. Your hips sink down, your arms reach up, opening your chest. Sit a little deeper. And forward fold. Release. Halfway lift. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Reach your right leg up, warrior one. Your foot lands between your hands, plant the back heel, and reach your arms up. Doing a slight back bend, and let's land your hands back on the mat for high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Other side, left leg reaches up, warrior one. Your foot plants between your hands, root to rise, reach up. Little back bend. Hands back down on the mat, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Up on your toes, bend your knees. Let's hop or walk to the top of our mats. Chair pose. One breath. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. Let's open our arms, come into warrior two. You're facing to the side of your mat, and let's reach forward, lean back for peaceful warrior. Hands come back to the mat, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Warrior one on the left side. Plant the feet, reach up. Open to warrior two. Let's reach forward, lean back for peaceful warrior, and let's circulate your hands down to the mat for chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Feeling the heat, the power in this practice. Reach your right leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the top leg, stacking your hips. Flip your legs, coming into your flip dog position. So your chest is open, your hips are lifted, you're reaching towards the front of your mat. Come back into three-legged dog. Lower your feet together and let's come into a plank position, and we'll come into side plank. Your right arm down, left arm lifts. You're stacking your feet, lifting your hips. Gaze is up towards that top hand. Come back into a plank, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take that right leg back up, and we're going to come into Crescent Lunge. So your right foot lands between your hands, your back heel is above your toes, and you're reaching your arms up. Activating all the muscles in your body. See if you can go a little lower, and we'll take our hands to your heart center. We're going to take the left hand down, right arm lifts up, and we'll do an easy twist towards the right leg. Come back into Crescent Lunge. Let's open our hands, our arms into warrior two. Reach forward, lean back, peaceful warrior. And let's take extended side angle. So your hand can land on the mat or it can come onto your leg. Your other hand is reaching towards the sky. Your gaze is towards that top hand. Holding that position. And let's come back. Make your way back into plank. High to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Settle into your down dog and get ready for the other side. Reaching your left leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend the top leg, stack your hips. And if you can, we're going to go into flip dog. So you're landing your feet on the ground, you're lifting your hips, reaching forward towards the top of your mat. Reach, 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 and let's come back into a three-legged dog. Lower that leg. Roll into your plank position and we'll take side plank on the other side. Your left arm is down, your right arm reaches up. Really try to maintain that line in your body. Hands land into your plank and let's lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up, three-legged dog, crescent lunge, plant your left foot between your hands and let's reach up. This is such a powerful pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Hands to your heart center, your right hand lands on the mat. Left arm reaches up, easy twist. Come back into crescent lunge. Warrior two. Taking your strong warrior pose, and let's reach forward, extended side angle. Again, your hand can land on the mat. You can land it on your leg or a block. You're trying to open your chest up towards the sky. Making your way back into your plank position, chaturanga, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Let's breathe in and out. Feel free to take a child's pose here. And let's come to the top of your mat, into a forward fold. Slowly roll up. Taking your chair pose. Hands to your heart center. Twist to the right. Left elbow hooks onto your right leg. Trying to keep your knees in the same position. Hands in your heart center, and with every exhale, twist a little deeper. Back to center into your chair pose, and let's come to the other side, twisting to the left. Breathing in and breathing out. Come back into center, forward fold. Let's take a gorilla pose. So we're taking our entire palms underneath your feet. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need to. And just relax that upper body, your neck. Release your hands. Turn out your feet, and we're going to come into a Yogi Squat. Your hands are heart center, using your elbows to open those legs. Try to keep your spine straight. And continue to breathe. Come back into your forward fold, and let's slowly come up to a standing position. We're going to take Eagle Pose. So on your right side, your right leg wraps around your left, sinking those hips down, and right arm wraps underneath. Option to just grab your elbows. In your eagle, try and squeeze your thighs together, sinking a little deeper. Shoulders up and down your back, and we're going to slowly take our elbow to your knee, moving slowly coming back up to a stand, back into that eagle pose, and release. Eagle on the other side. So your left leg wraps on top, your left arm wraps under. Your shoulders are up and down your back. And take your elbow to your knees. Let's slowly lower down. Slowly come back up. And release. Reaching your arms up, hands to your heart center. Let's take one breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Standing leg raise on the left side. So see if you can grab your toe, your left toe, and extend it forward. Otherwise, just grab your knee and see if you can open it to the side. Finding that balance, breathing. Let's take that leg back forward, and we'll release that foot. Keeping it hovered, slowly, slowly coming into a warrior three position. Making that straight line with your body all the way from your hands to your feet. Flexing that back foot. Hands to your heart center. Come into an airplane pose so your arms are along the side of your body. Let's come into a half moon. So your right arm lands, your left arm reaches up, and you can also grab that back leg coming to a sugar cane position. Doing what feels good in your body. Release the legs, back into a forward fold, and let's slowly roll up to a standing position. Taking the other side, so your right leg, grab your right toe, extend it forward, or your right knee. Your other hand can reach up to the sky. And opening the leg. See if you can also play with where you're looking. It'll challenge your balance. And we'll take it back forward, release the foot, and slowly, slowly kick back. Warrior 3. And you can take airplane pose. Your arms are along the side of your body. And half moon, left hand lands on the mat, opening to the side. Reach up, look up, and see if you can grab that back foot. Really stretch out in this position and just appreciate where you are right now. It's okay if you fall out. And we'll come into a forward fold and slowly coming back into a standing position. Dancer's pose. So let's grab the left foot or your ankle. And you can either stay there or you can slowly try and lift and bow your back leg. It takes a lot of practice and balance to go a little higher, but just keep trying. And let's come back to a standing position and we'll take the other side, grabbing your right foot. And either stay there or let's slowly start to kick your feet up. And slowly let's come back, standing position, feet grounded, hands to your heart center, and we'll take tree pose on the left side. So your left foot can come anywhere except your knee. You're finding your balance, rooting your feet to the ground. Breathe in and breathe out. And other side. Tree pose on the right side. Feel free to change up your arms. You can also reach your arms up. Take your hands in a reverse namaste position. Whatever you feel like you need. Release. Reach your arms up, breathe in, forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Let's breathe out. Reach your right leg up. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg and let's take Trikonasana triangle pose. So your right hand can land on your leg or the mat or a block. Your other hand is activated, reaching up to the sky, opening your chest. Slowly come up and we'll turn to the side of our mats. Both of your toes face forward and we'll take a forward fold. And here you can do anything you want, whatever your body needs. You can grab your ankles, grabbing your opposite elbows, taking a headstand, whatever you need. Let's slowly come up. Face both of your toes towards the top of your mat. And we'll take a pyramid pose, folding forward towards the leg. Feel free to have a little micro bend in your knees. And let's do a twist. So you're lifting your right arm up. This can be quite challenging for some people, so you can also take a block under your left hand. But let's come into plank, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Let's reach our left leg up, warrior one. Warrior two. Triangle pose, straighten the front leg, reach forward, hand lands on the mat or a block. You're opening your chest up to the sky, your gaze is up towards that top hand. Just continue to breathe in this position. And let's come back up, turning towards the side of your mat, and let's bind our hands this time and slowly come into that forward fold position. Allow your hands to drop as far as they can. And you can also bend your knees. Bend it side to side, face it, and just really see what your body needs here. Come back up, and we'll face forward, pyramid pose. Really folding from the hips. Making sure your toes are facing towards the front. Again, taking that twist, your left hand reaches up. Hand lands back down, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Let's make our way to our belly, relaxing. Your cheek lands on the mat. And then we'll take lotus pose, so lifting your chest and your feet. Hands along the side of your body. You're looking towards the front of your mat, and let's relax. Feel free to take your legs from side to side. And you can do that once again, or option, you can grab your back ankles, your feet, and once again lifting your chest and lifting your legs. Coming into almost a teardrop position. And let's release. Upward facing dog. Come onto your knees. We're going to take camel pose. So let's take our hands to your lower back, and we're going to open our chest. Let's slowly lean back, keeping your hips where they are. And you can stay there, or you can continue to keep going back. You can see if you can grab your ankles or your foot, and also releasing that neck. Be very careful with this position, and when you're coming back up, you want to make sure you're going slow. And let's sit on to our heels, taking a moment. Allow the spine to neutralize. Let's cross our ankles. We're going to come onto our backs. So next, you can either take a bridge pose, which is just lifting your hips up Or you can take a wheel, which is taking your hand next to your head and you're lifting all the way up. So see what level you are at and come into this position. The wheel is great upper body bend, great for your back, opening your chest. And slowly make your way back down. Taking the soles of your feet together, allow your knees to fall out. And you can take one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Feel your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. You're exactly where you need to be right now. And let's take our happy baby pose. Grabbing the outsides of your feet, pulling your knees into your chest. Feel free to sway from side to side. Hugging your knees to your chest. Give yourself one hug. And let's slowly rock up and down and make your way into a boat position. So your legs are hovered, coming into like a V shape with your body. And we'll come back into downward facing dog. Pigeon on the right side, your right leg reach up. Right knee to right hand. Finding a good position for you. An option to slowly lower down onto your elbows or your forehead. Really acknowledging yourself for where you are at today. Let's come back up. And let's swing the back leg forward, keeping the right leg bent. And we'll fold forward towards that leg. You can see if you can grab the foot, really folding at the hips. Let's come back up and let's just come into pigeon on the other side. So your left knee to left hand, your right leg is activated, and surrender to the mat, lowering onto your elbows or your forehead. Let's come back up. Swinging that back leg forward. Reach towards that leg. Trying to take your forehead to the knee, but folding from the hips and relaxing your upper body. Coming back up to seated, and let's straighten both of your legs forward. Once again, folding from the hips. See if you can grab your feet or reach as much as you can forward, relaxing into this position. Let's come back up and slowly come onto your backs. Let's grab your right leg, your knee into your chest, and we're going to do a supine twist, so taking that leg to the left or looking over your right shoulder. And taking your legs back to center, we'll switch sides. Left knee hugs in. And take that left knee to the right, looking over the left shoulder. Come back to center, giving yourself one last hug and release, taking a final rest position. Feel free to stay here as long as you need to. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.